Speed is key, unless your name's Droodles Blitz and you're hosting today's video on the T110E3. This American Tier 10 Tech Tree Tank Destroyer, oh man, it's a vehicle that is slow. Really slow. The E3 achieves a top speed of like 30-ish kilometers per hour. The problem is, it has a power-to-weight ratio on hard terrain of 8. Now, that doesn't mean anything to you, so let me put that into your brainler. The mouse has a power-to-weight ratio of like 10. The E100 has a power-to-weight ratio of like 12. So the E3 is 40% slower in acceleration than an E100. Even though this vehicle's listed top speed is over 30, I don't think it can actually reach its listed top speed because its power-to-weight ratio is so bad. Thankfully, it at least has Super Speed Boost, so it can achieve its top speed when you activate Super Speed Boost. The problem is, once you've gone through it, you have to wait a minute to get it back. So, it's like a fat man who eats like a McDonald's burger and has like 5 seconds of energy and then gets a heart attack. That's what the vehicle feels like. Oh man. It is fun though. It is fun. It's got 680 damage per shot. It has 8 degrees of gun depression, and arguably one of the strongest armor profiles when using that gun depression in the game. It does have a hatch, but apart from that, you really don't have to worry about being penetrated at all, which is kind of insane. The problem is, to make up for those really good strengths, it's slow, it has no mobility. I mean, look at the frickin' speed here. This is my speed if I'm not using speed boost. Like, it's awful. Now, we are going to activate our speed boost. And, oh, great. For some reason, our team has decided they don't want to. I don't know what our team's doing. I really don't. I'm going to head to the heavy flank. And we'll see what happens here. I'm actually going 40 right now, which is faster than I expected. And there's a T100 LT, which we get 650 damage into. I also have the Kron over here, and the Kron shoots him once. Not sure why that T100 shot me over the Kron, but interesting choice. God, this thing's reload is long too, isn't it? It's a very, very long reload. I'm going to pretend like I'm leaving. And, I think the T100's cooked himself either way. Let's move up ourselves over here. Here we go. Give me a moment. Good job, Char, by the way. That was a really, really exceptional play there. That was a... I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Bro just drove in front of a 183 and nuked himself. There you go. 659, and then we back up. This thing's reverse speed is so bad. Thankfully, I was able to put myself in a spot where I could get out, but God, is this thing's reverse speed slow. Alright, let's move up again. 3, 2, 1, and there you go. 658. Again, though, the gun depression plus the alpha damage does feel nice. That full health 183 now has 480 health, which is not a lot. Oh, 183 is trying to poke. What are you doing there, 183? What's the game plan? Get out. Yes. Alright, sweet. That was obviously important. I needed to take that player out of the game immediately. Now we have the Destiny and the Rhino over here, and we are going to see if we can get some damage into these players. Let's just move up ourselves, see if we can get some damage into the, oh, okay. Yeah, by the way, the gun on this tank, not very good. Like, it does do a lot of damage. It has 680 DPS, which is really nice. Unfortunately, its accuracy is just terrible, so... Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I have no words. I actually have no words for how that just bounced. Or, it didn't bounce, sorry. It didn't even hit. That was, the worst luck I've ever seen in my life. Wow. I actually can't hit the Destiny because my gun doesn't get the angle. Are we actually going to deal, like, 0 damage to this player? Yeah, the 50... Oh, well, the 57 heavy went AFK. Alright, that's fine with me. I'm completely fine with that, because that allows me to get a shell out. Wow. Well, we did 3,000 damage, somehow. I don't understand how our first shot missed that Destiny. The second one, I just didn't have the gun angle on him. What I should have done is I should have activated Super Speed Boost and backed up, and then shot him in the upper plate, but it's fine. That is the big downside of a turretless tank destroyer, though, is that you have a gun that oscillates, and because of that, you you can't aim past the mantlet of enemy tanks sometimes. Face-hugging in tank destroyers is never a good idea. It really isn't. But we ended up dealing 3,200 damage, and we did win, so there's that. Wow. Like, the problem with the E3 for me isn't actually the mobility. The armor's great, and the mobility is bad, but, like, you can put it in a position and get hauled down and you're fine. The problem I have with the E3 is the gun. That's really what ticks me off, because you saw the shells we missed on that Rhino and on that Destiny. We had its entire lower plate and it still missed. That actually really irritates me. Like, you can't name another tier 10 tank destroyer that would have missed that shot. Maybe the 268 version 4, but unironically, I think the V4 even would have hit that shot, because you expect the V4 to miss that, so you give it a little bit more time to aim in. The E3 shouldn't miss that. This tank sacrifices so much the gun shouldn't make you want to die. It has really good levels of pen. Its premium pen is like close to 400 millimeters, and it's APCR, so you butter through armor. But, God, the fact that you miss some of those shots is just, it's tragic. I remember my friend was playing the 268, and they were complaining about the 268 gun, and I said, oh, no, you don't. How about you play a battle in the E3? And they played one game in the E3, and then I didn't hear them complain about the 268 anymore, because the E3 gun really is terrible. It actually used to be good, and that's the funny part. The DPM used to be about 300 higher, and it used to have much better accuracy. And that's because when the E3 was first introduced into Blitz, it featured a 640 gun, just like the T95. But for some reason, Wargaming decided that that's not good enough. So what they did is they nerfed its DPM, they buffed its alpha, and nerfed its accuracy. So it got an alpha buff, and everything else got worse. I would much rather have lower alpha and better DPM and accuracy, especially because 640 isn't that much less. It's only a 40 alpha damage difference, and in return you lose 300 DPM? Yeah, that's not a great trade. In my opinion, that's not a great trade. But again, here we go. You gotta turn our vehicle and then speedler on through. Up against us, we have a 132-1 and a 121B. Alright, well, we have some support. We have the 114, we have the Foch. And again, with speed boost, you can actually get up to a decent level of speed. We're going 38 kilometers per hour right now, but now that it's worn off, watch our speed just die. Like, you'll see. It just dies. Oh, the Emil's shooting the enemy 50B. And I'm actually going to go mid. I don't know if this play is going to be good or not, but we'll see how it works. My nose is really itchy tonight, and it's very annoying because of that. There's the 121B. It's too late for me to head over there, though. Foch gets a shell out, though, because the Foch, unlike us, actually has mobility, and the Foch shoots him again, so that's pretty good. We're still moving up. Our 752 has managed to get that position covered there. We have the enemy Foch, which I'm going to aim it on the lower plate of. Look at how long this thing's aiming time is. Now, we actually may have hit that Foch, so that would be pretty sweet if we did. Alright, let's put on my adrenaline. Oh, we have the 132-1 over there, and I'm going to ignore that player for now. And ideally, I'd love to see this Rhino back up. I don't think that he's going to back up is the problem. We still have the Progetto on the flank. I'm going to try and move up here. There's the Foch. Looks like we did hit the Foch at least, so that's something. Alright, let's activate our speed boost. Let's move up. We have our 50B over here. And let's see. There you go. Nice. 770. Of course, our 50B misses a shot. And I just realized the Emil is not helping me either. So that's not very good. But we are alive. The 50B is alive. And there's the Foch. Please kill him, Emil. Please kill him. I didn't want to waste a shot on that guy because there's much more important tanks to deal with. But our Emil is just useless. Alright, whatever. We're going to move up here. We have plenty of health. Oh, okay. This right now has 100 HP. What are we doing, bro? Like, what's the play? Oh, okay, that's the play. I don't care, though. You know what? I'm still going to move up. Come on, 50B, kill him. I believe in you. Nice. There you go. Kill the Rhino. Oh, I guess that works, too. We're going to deal no damage this game. This is the problem with tanks that don't have mobility. You just kind of don't do anything, right? Like, this battle, how much damage did I end up dealing? I did, I'm going to guess less than 2,000. Yeah, 1,600. But, like, that's the E3. You're just so slow. You're so freaking slow. You don't do anything. You sit there, You drive around, and then that's it. Your game's over. We had two full damaging shots. We shot the Rhino for 907 with 2 shells, and then we shot the Foch for 748. That was our whole game. We got 2 shells. That's tragic, but that's the way slow tanks feel right now. It's why driving a vehicle like the E3 literally wants to make you rip your teeth out sometimes, because you just sit there and you kind of do nothing. And you can't predict where the enemy team's going to go, of course. Like, if I had known where the enemy team was going to go, I could have immediately pushed towards heavy side, but I kind of did. My route was like this, and I'm glad I didn't go up the heavy hill, because they still had a Foch camping there, so that Foch could have nuked me. There was also a WZ-132-1 on the side of the hill, and a Contra Caro. So if I'd gone up that hill and tried to farm them, I actually probably would have gotten nuked. It's just whatever. Like, that, yeah. Don't worry, we have a platooning Foch on the enemy team, and the one guy's name is YOLO Man YOLO. I wonder what he's going to do. In other words, I'm not going to play very aggressive, because I already know what's going to happen. Now, I'm hoping that our 114 goes this way. You know, usually I don't do 3 helpings of gameplay, but when you have a battle as boring as the last one, I feel like it's a little warranted. Alright, well, let's move up here. Even with speed boost, we're still not going over 30. That's how slow this tank is. Like, that's crazy when you think about it. Alright, we are spotted, but I don't really care. Good driving from our 268. You're going to try and cut in front of me? Is that what you're going to do? Yeah, that's very helpful, bro. That's very helpful. Well, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit right here, and when you try to back up, it's going to be hard for you to do that. Great, I get shot. That's crazy. So let me understand this correctly. The 268 takes my position. Frickin' bozo. That's all I got, just bozo. 268 takes my position. I get shot because I'm not in the bush because of that, and then he gets the bounce. That's BS, I'm not gonna lie. That is absolute BS. But you know what, 268, you're gonna get shot. Yeah, there you go. That's what happens. Yeah, enjoy. That was great. That was a great play there, bro. That was really good. That was, you should write, yeah, I suck. I just have no words for teammates sometimes. They're not teammates. That's the problem. Like, they're not teammates. Being a teammate involves helping your fellow comrade. That player has not done any... Okay. Foch shoots me. Alright, you know what? You want to shoot me? I'm not going to hit you back. But I will aim it on the Foch here. There you go. 574. What we're going to do is we're going to back up a little bit like so. We should be fine from the Foch. I'm not worried about that. The enemy Foch is actually moving up. So that's good. There's the Kron. Our team is obviously pretty awful, though, here. Like, no doubt about that. There you go. Easy 672. Pull up so we don't get hit by the enemy Foch. Okay, we're good. Oh my god, but this team is doing terrible. Got the Hawk 12 over here, and what I'm hoping is that I can turn fast enough to shoot the Hawk. Oh, what the lag? Well, there you go. We get an 871 into the Hawk. And now our game's obviously over. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do past that. But we did 3,000 damage, so I guess that's something, right? Let's see. 3, 2, 1. There you go. 737. I guess that's something. I think this Hawk is letting me... No. I was going to say I think this Hawk's letting me live so I can get a little bit more out, but I don't think he was doing that. Well, there you go. Now we've got the 114. Honestly, the 114 did fine this game. I can't blame the 114 for anything. And the T-22, I don't know what he was doing, but our 114 was a decent teammate, held, and did everything he should have on that flank of the map. The problem is, this tank is too slow to do anything about mediums. The moment you get flanked, your game's over, right? I mean, I did damage. I killed the Foch, shot the other Foch quite a bit, bled out the Hawk 12, and we did over 3K. But this is kind of the experience of an E3, and it's definitely why Blitz feels a lot less enjoyable than normal. And it's because in this meta, if you're driving tanks that don't have mobility, you just feel like you're an afterthought versus an actual player in the battle. I don't know what's going on here, Wargaming. I'm going to reload my game. I don't know what was going on. It took me like 10 minutes to load in the Blitz. I think there was some sort of update or micro patch. But either way, we can see the results. 3,928 damage, 2,570 blocks. Like, we did block a lot. We did deal a lot. But when you have 3 zeros, 2 of which are from both tier 10s, and then you have... It's just, I mean, it's whatever. It wouldn't have mattered what tank I drove in that game. It would have been a defeat. The E3 is a great holding vehicle. If you need to distract and hold a line of enemies, this is your type of tank. Unfortunately, that's all it's good for. It's not good at anything else. It's never going to be good at pushing. It's never going to be good at retreating because of how slow it is. It's simply a vehicle you get hunkered into a position and you fight until you die or until you win. But I do find it fun, and you can do well in it. It's just, I like to show the good and the bad, and I think in the current meta, the E3 is one of the worst tanks to drive because of the fact it is so slow. You're in a meta of YOLOing mediums, light tanks, and high DPM, and this tank just doesn't really check any of those boxes. But let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.